All right, back today doing some arms. It was a busy day at the gym today, so I had to adjust my usual arm routine a little bit. So I started off with a superset of a machine tricep press down with a machine preacher curl. As I mentioned in my last arm workout, I always superset everything. I do high volume for arms, that is. I do high volume for arms and I superset all of my arm workouts. So I always like to start off with a tricep exercise. I find it helps warm up my shoulders, or my elbows, excuse me. And I always do my shoulder warm up before I get started. Your bicep tendon runs up through your bicep into your shoulders. So sometimes if that's not fully warmed up, doing biceps will bug your shoulders. So I do my 20 reps of my tricep exercise. And then right beside it, we have our machine preacher curl. So then I slide over there and I start doing these, and I do 20 reps of these as well. I ended up going back and forth here about 5 times. I won't show every set because that's a bit repetitive, but I ended up did it about 5 total sets here, and I went back and forth. Tried to get close to 20 reps on each one. For the biceps, really focus on a squeeze up top and then a slow eccentric on the movement. So going down when the muscle is stretching or lengthening, really focus on going slow there. And on your tricep, really focus on getting a good squeeze at the top, or a good stretch at the top. I've heard, I haven't seen the studies myself, but I've heard that a stretch in your tricep causes almost as much muscle stimulus and growth as the squeeze, if not even more. So yeah, we'll show you a couple more supersets here, and then we go on to our next exercise. Just finishing up the last set of 20 reps here on these tricep press downs. They get a little tough towards the end, which is good. The burn that I find I get in my biceps and my triceps when I do high volume is unlike really anything else. Then we adjust the camera over here to the machine preacher curl. We finish up here. The last couple reps here are really a little tough. I do a little pause and really get a good extension and stretch down at the bottom. Volume, I find, is the best way to just blast arms. Just get some blood flow. Really get a good stretch in your bicep and tricep. It makes a world of difference when it comes to the growth of your arms. Every muscle group in the body really benefits more from a really good stretch, and you should make sure you're using a full range of motion with every exercise you do. I find biceps and triceps especially, the burn when you do a full proper range of motion is unlike any other exercise in any other body part. So we're just going to finish up this set here with, as you can tell, with our last couple reps and move on to our next exercise. All right, now we're back onto what I believe is the absolute best superset you can do for your biceps and triceps. So this is also, in my opinion, the best tricep exercise that you can do. So you set the incline bench up right beside the cable and have the cable set up a little bit above your head height, and what you're going to do is you're just going to do a normal press down, except you're on an incline bench. The benefit of that is you're more stable, so you can push a bit more weight. You can work through those last couple harder reps without losing your form and push a bit more weight through it. And then from there, immediately I pick up my dumbbells and I do an incline dumbbell curl. Again, the stretch when you do these is next level. And so this superset, when you go back and forth just between doing your incline tricep press down and your incline dumbbell bicep curl, is the single best superset that I believe there is for an arm day. Make sure you give it a try on your next one. Well, let's just finish up with these last 2 reps, and then we'll go on to the little bit of forearms that I do to finish up my arm day. I did about 5 total sets of this superset as well. So total, we did about 10 total supersets for biceps and triceps before moving on to forearms. All right, and lastly, forearms. I've showed these before. But this, again, is my favorite way to hit forearms. Basically, you loop an exercise band through one side of a barbell, and you put a counterweight on the other side. As you can see, the blue plate, the 45-pound behind there. And then you just loop a dumbbell through. I believe I'm using a 35-pound dumbbell here for this. And you just basically do a wrist roller. You go, when you're going away from you, it's going to hit the bottom part of your forearm. And when you pull it towards you, like I'm about to do here. So this right here is going to work the top part of your forearm. And then when you're going to twist away from you, it's going to work the bottom part of your forearm. Give these a shot. They are by far my favorite way to hit forearms, excuse me. And you get a little bit of hand and wrist in there as well. It really hits the whole arm. So it's a great way to cap off a really good arm day. Give them a shot. Let me know what you think.